All right, let's go ahead and talk about sed. So what is sed? Instead of trying to describe it to you, let's just jump right into the man pages. So we're going to say man sed. So sed stands for stream editor. It is a utility that reads specified files or standard input if no files are specified. It modifies the input as specified by a list of commands. So we can modify our input and then that input is written to standard output, or you can redirect that into a file. So here is our synopsis, or basically how to use this. We have a bunch of flags. We have our command, our tool, then our flag, then we have our command, and then any extensions, and then obviously the file input. So we're gonna go, and for this, I think for mostly, we're just gonna use flags, some program, like the program itself, and then our file input. All right, let's go ahead and quit that. I'm gonna clear that. Let's take another quick look at our file. I like to have the file in front so that I know what I'm searching as I'm creating these commands. So we're gonna say cat grades, there we go. So now we know what we're looking at here. So the first command, we want to replace a student's name. So let's say that we named Alice wrong. Her name is actually Alicia. So we're going to say sed, so the name of our command line tool, and then we're going to single quotes, and then we're going to use this /s. And so what we're saying is we're going to replace, this is one of those flags that they have. They say we're going to replace, or there's tools, this word, oops, if I could spell, we're going to replace Alice. So the word that we want to replace, and then what we want to replace it with, Alicia, okay? And then after, you can add flags here if you want to, but we're going to leave it there. So we're going to say grades.csv. And you can see that here in our output, we have, Alice's name has changed to Alicia. But take a look at our grades file. You can see that this file is not modified. So it modifies the output and then streams it to, or modifies the input and streams it to the output. So if you wanted to change all occurrences, so say there was something that you wanted to change. So let's change every one of our true values to past. So this is our past column, and we want to, instead of saying true, we want to say that we just want to call it past. So let's say we would say the name of our tool, sed. Then we would use this S program here. We say, whoops, not that one. We say true, and we want to replace it with past. So this one, the first one that we just did, only replaces one value, but right now we want to replace all values. So let's see without all values first, just so that we can see that that is true. So, oh, it changed them all to past. Huh. Well, you use G, you can specify G is what I saw in there to specify that they all get changed. But apparently you don't need to do that. Let's see, let's look at the man pages for that, because I thought that sed is what did that. Okay, so here's G. Make the substitution for all non-overlapping matches of regular expression, not just the first one. So I don't know why it did that without it, so that's interesting. All right, I just went and looked online really quick to make sure that I had that right. And I'm wondering if it's a Linux versus Mac thing. There are tiny differences that you'll find in the interface, and so I'm wondering if that's what it is. Because everywhere that I'm looking, this is used with basically a regular expression or it's pattern matching. We're looking for true to replace with this pattern, right? So according to what I'm finding, this should just replace the one, while this one should replace all occurrences. So I don't know. Yeah, you should try it out on your computer if you're using just Linux, and let me know what you find. So the next one, we want to show only the first 3 lines. So we're going to say sed n. So this suppresses automatic printing. So let's see. So basically we're saying don't print everything from this search, just what I'm going to give you right here. So we're going to say 1 through 3, and then we're going to use our input file. And we're just saying print lines 1 through 3. So there we go. Now I have lines 1 through 3 printed. So that is sed. Let's go ahead and jump into the next tool.